You are listening to RAJ Radio.
Yo, welcome to the first episode of Raj Radio, people. Wait, hold on. Let me try to do it. Like my boy Colin Gray. Raj Radio. Hey, okay. Anyways, welcome to the first episode. Family. Fan base. I was gonna say fan base, but fam base makes more sense. I do consider you guys like my family. That's how I'm gonna talk to you guys, because that's how we do it around here. But anyways, this is the first episode, and I figured I'd do this Raj Radio thing because I have so much on my mind, man. I got so many things that I want to talk about, but like I don't have an outlet to do it. And fucking Grizzly Barry is in college right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to pursue his academic career, and he doesn't have the time to really do RNG podcast, so we can't really do it. So I figured I'd just let this be my new outlet. So with that being said, I want to answer a question. Okay, so this has been something that virtually everyone has asked me, and I've never really given a straight answer to this at all. But everyone has asked me, where are the King Raja videos? What happened? Why have I been like gone for fucking 10 months? By the way, I'm saying 10 months because that's how long it's been since my last video was uploaded. Which is kind of crazy because in the grand scheme of YouTube, no one really leaves for that long unless like something serious happened. But I just want you guys to know, it's not anything serious, but I never really explained it. So look, I want to let you guys know, this is going to be like a little story time, okay? This is something I haven't really ever talked about, mainly because I never really knew how to like communicate this message, but I guess I can do it in a story format. As many of you probably know, every single year I go to PAX Prime with all the other TF2 YouTubers. You know, you got your Uncle Danes, you got your Grizzly Berries, your Ray Sevens, Scott Jaw, just, a bunch of TF2 YouTubers. We all take a trip because most of us are based out in Cali. We all meet up, and it's kind of like a mecca, I suppose. Just full of, TF2 talent, whatever it might be. So every year, there's like a thing that we do. So last year, 2016, probably has to be the one PAX trip that made me want to quit YouTube. Straight up. Like, what happened in that PAX trip, my goodness. I just haven't ever talked about it. I don't know, it's like weird, like going back to that time, but look. I feel like you guys need to know the truth. You guys deserve to know what happened. The moment that shook the fucking king to his very core. So last year, if you guys don't know, I really got heavy into rant videos, like just sitting in front of the camera and just like talking shit about the game. I remember like some days where I would just sit there and just, find different issues in the game that I personally have always hated. And I would just like genuinely sit there and like rant about it. And people really liked it. I don't know what it was. People really enjoyed this concept of me just sitting there and talking. So I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to just keep it going as long as people are watching this and it gets me, to release some steam. So that kept continuing. But you guys got to understand, rant videos, like ranting, is a form of expression that's usually kind of angry, And when you continue to stay angry for a long period of time, that anger sort of like fucking escalates to the point where you point it towards other people. And then that's when I made that ass splash, that roast of MatPat, which I did that because he made a video with like TF2 versus Overwatch. And so I made this video where I just like completely fucking decimated that entire fucking channel, what he was doing, what that video was. It was a very like volatile video, right? But I made that video and that sort of put me on the map. So to speak. And like every year I usually have like a different kind of Raja video that puts me on the map. Like 2015, I think my biggest one was Gold Raja Gold. Then I had the pros versus YouTubers. The year before that was when Raja first started, Spy Raja Spy. That put me on the map. And then for 2016, what got me back up was doing that one video, the MatPat video. So I made the MatPat video and I saw like the reaction to it. People were like super into it. They were like, yo, fuck MatPat. Yeah, fuck that video, blah, blah, blah. So people were like really on my side about it. But it was essentially drama. That's what that was. It was a dramatic video. It was me just going in and like digging deep and roasting this guy. And for some reason, I thought it was like the funniest shit in the world, and people really took off to it. So that trend kept continuing. And then I ended up going a little too far with it, a smidge too far, and I called out two YouTubers that I personally knew in the TF2 community, Nilst and Delphi, and I called them out on some things that, well, I mainly called Nilst out on things that I was kind of doing myself, which was like very hypocritical at that time, but I didn't really see it like that, and I fucked up. Like, that was like basically the main mistake I made. But I also called out a guy named Delphi, which I nailed the fucking... I nailed that dude in the head. Like, everything I said was like true about him. But the other guy, like, I messed up. Like, that was a mistake I made. So I dropped this video called The Ass Blast of Nilst and Delphi. And so by dropping this video, it caused like a huge amount of controversy. Like everybody was just like up in arms about it. There was like people, like, I remember, like, if like right now you go and you type into YouTube search King Raja Ass Blast, there are going to be like at least 100 videos of other people making videos on that situation. And that's like the wildest shit to me, that like I was able to like cause that much controversy. But you know, I dropped the video, and the thing that people don't understand was that the day that I dropped the video was the same day that I was supposed to fly out to PAX Prime. So I dropped the video, I go to pick up Uncle Dane, and we have this really long conversation in the car just about like YouTube, about, you know, the video I just dropped, and we're just like going back and forth. It's just a friendly conversation. We're trying to figure out like, okay, you know, was that the right thing to do? Do you stand by your words? All this stuff, right? So whatever happens, happens. It was like, that's when I sort of started to realize, oh shit, what I dropped is kind of like a big fucking deal. Like it's really controversial. So, you know, he was talking to me about it, and the next day we fly out to PAX Prime. Now, my biggest worry was this, right? So I realized how much impact the video made, but I also realized how much backlash I got. If you go on RTF2, which is a subreddit for the game, there's this post on there saying King Raja is a liar. He lied about this. He's hypocritical. And I basically got like burned on the stake for like fucking up like that portion of the video, which I completely deserved, but it was like something that happened back then, and I didn't really know how to take that, because for the longest time people were so okay with me like exposing and ass blasting and all this shit, and then it just completely backfired on me. So it was like I wasn't prepared for that at the time, right? And nothing I'd ever done on YouTube could ever prepare you for this moment when like the public kind of turns on you. That's like a moment in every entertainer's career where you're kind of just like, oh shit, this is kind of a big deal. Like this could make or break everything. But you know, I was really worried because on the trip I purposefully deleted Twitter off my phone. I remember I purposefully deleted fucking YouTube app off my phone. I deleted everything and anything where people could reach me, because I realized that my shit was blowing the fuck up. Like constant messages, constant tweets, people just discussing this thing. Like I just didn't want to be a part of it. Like I don't know what it was. Like I couldn't get involved. It was just way too stressful for me. But the big thing was, like I said before, you know, every TF2 member would go meet up at PAX Prime. That was sort of the whole premise of us meeting up. And I was really worried that people were going to start talking about this when I go meet up with them. Like it wouldn't just be a casual meetup. It would sort of be like centered around this video that I just dropped like a day before I flew out. So it was like a stress on my mind. Like, God damn it, I don't want people to talk about this. So I end up going to PAX Prime. And the first fucking thing anybody mentions is that goddamn video, bro. That video was the one thing that I was like, I hope nobody talks about this. That was the one thing that everybody that saw me talked to me about. That was the first thing that came out of their mouth. And it was like this thing that I wasn't really ready to deal with. Like I just didn't know how to handle it. So you guys gotta understand, I was like sort of in the middle of the storm. Like around me was like this shitstorm of like media and PR and Reddit and Twitter just like blowing my shit up. Like I had no idea how to like deal with that. Like I've never dealt with it before. So I was like sort of in the middle of the shitstorm, and I don't know what I was doing. I was just super stressed out. So what made it worse was that, you know, me not knowing how to deal with it, I would have all these people come talk to me about it, and I was just standing by my video because that's the most I could do. Like at that point, I didn't truly understand the impact that I had made, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just stand by my words. I don't want to take anything back. I'm gonna stand by it, blah blah blah. So like I was in that zone, And one of the things that really was stressful to me was that I'm the kind of person that needs to get the last word in, which might be kind of like a childish quality to a lot of people. But I don't know. I feel like when I make a mistake or when I fuck up, I need to get the last word in. So for me, it was like, as much as I wanted to ignore social media, I also at the same time wanted to like address the situation, but I really couldn't. Like, I couldn't make a video at PAX. I couldn't sit down and write something out at PAX, you know? Like, I was with everybody else, so there's no real time for me to sit down and handle this fucking shitstorm that I was going through. So like, I had to like pretty much keep this like stress ball in the back of my mind and just pretend as if like nothing was happening. So it was like a really fucked up like mental place to be in. But I remember I dropped off my shit at the hotel room, and we walked down to the PAX main Coliseum area, and we get inside, and I meet Mr. Slyn. And the first thing Slyn asks me is about the goddamn video. Like, straight up. Like, the first thing he talks about is a video, and that's the first thing anybody could talk about. Like, anytime they would see me, they would just think about the ass splash. They would just think about this, like, thing that I started. And like I said, I was trying to ignore it. I was trying to, like, you know, I couldn't really address it, and I don't want to, like, say anything that I didn't mean. So, like, I just really tried hard to, like, repress that shit, not bring it up, right? But that was, like, the topic of conversation for that entire trip. So what ended up happening was that Muselk dropped a video pretty much like publicly fucking roasting me. Like, sort of not roasting me, but I guess like he felt some type of way that I was like going after his friend. He thought it was unfair. He didn't like the content I was making, which is totally fair. Like, me and Muselk have talked about it recently, so you know, me and him are on good terms now. But back then he really didn't like, you know, he didn't like the content, whatever, right? So he released a video on me, which at that time, I think he had like maybe close to 1 million subscribers. Like, he was pretty big. I only had like 60,000, maybe like 58,000 something. I was like nowhere near the level of Muselk, right? He was close to 1 million. So a near 1 million subscriber channel had dropped a video pretty much condemning my channel, being like, yo, King Raja is like Leafy 2.0. Yo, King Raja fucked up. Like, and this is on top of Reddit calling me out. This is on top of Twitter calling me out. It's like every, like I said, it was like I was in the middle of this goddamn PR shitstorm. I just didn't know what to do. Honestly, one of the most stressful shit that has ever happened to me, right? So now let's get to the point. So this is me coming to the realization that YouTube is something that I need to take a break from. The moment that I got the realization was when me and all of my other YouTube friends, we were all at the hotel room. We were all relaxed. We were all just chilling. We weren't doing anything, right? We were all just hanging out there. And out of nowhere, I hear Muselk's video play. Now, I had not seen Muselk's video. I had not heard about it, but that same day, someone had like mentioned it. They were like, yo, Muselk made a video on you. I was like, fuck, all right. All right, this is bad. Hey, if Muselk made a video, all right, this is bad, right? So like, I was like super stressed out. I don't watch it, but we get to the hotel room. Everyone's relaxed. Everyone's sort of, you know, just unwinding from the PAX experience. And out of nowhere, one of them found the Muselk video, so we're watching the video. So I was in my bed. Imagine this, right? Imagine being in the bed. You have all of your peers next to you. You know what I'm saying? You're like going through like this stressful fucking, you know, like just this tornado of like shit that's just circling around you. You're just like trying to like make sense of it all. So you're just in your bed. You're like trying to like, you know, repress all that shit. And out of nowhere, amongst all of your peers, a video plays that completely discredits you. Like a video that completely shits on you, right? And I'm just sitting there and I'm just listening to this goddamn video play in front of everybody. And I was just sitting there listening and everybody was looking at me. It felt like that was the first time I genuinely felt judged by the people around me. And that was the first time when I realized that my words and what I represent has an impact. Like, what I created caused all of this to fucking happen. I never thought that someone as small as me could make that much of an impact, but it was like sitting there and like looking at the shitstorm that was going on. I was like, oh shit, this is fucked up. Like this is bad. And I think the stress of sitting there and watching me get like decimated, like with all these other people that I used to work with, like, dude, that level of stress, that level of like, just like, I don't know, that level of, I guess, getting called out on, it does something to you. Like, it really puts you in like a situation that you weren't even like believe you could ever be in. And I don't know, man, it's like when that moment happened, that's when there was like this switch that just went off in my head. The switch just went off. It said, yo, you gotta take a break. You gotta relax. You gotta back out. Like this YouTube thing, like you're like, I had never been that stressed in my life. And I remember after that weekend was over, I came back and I had made an apology video to saying to stop the drama, which didn't work. Like people just kept going with it, obviously. And every video I made after that was just getting completely shit on. And I remember during that time too, I lost like a thousand subscribers or something. Like it was bad. Like I genuinely thought that like my channel was over. And this is something like my YouTube channel, my YouTube career is something that I take very seriously. And it's something that I started 4 years ago. And it's something that I value a lot. You know, like when people would offer me real life job opportunities, I would deny them because I was so passionate about doing this YouTube thing. And I had put so much time and energy into it. For 4 years, it had just been my life. It like literally consumed me. Like I just wanted to make content. I just wanted to do this YouTube thing. And to suddenly see that one day, it's like all of that work, all of that love, all of that passion, like everything you put into it is like slowly crumbling because you fucked up. It's like everything is like it's such a fucked up place to be in, yo. Just like imagine that perspective that I was in. Such a fucked up place to be in. And I remember just sort of like feeling like things were ending. Like I genuinely thought that my whole YouTube run was over. I thought that this is it. This is like the nail in the coffin. You know, I'm done. Like this, it's over, right? So I kept making videos after that point too. I think I dropped like 3 or 4 videos, and in the videos I was doing like more live action King Raja stuff. I was like showing my family in the videos. I was vlogging more. I was like showing my real life more. And I think I was doing that because I just kind of wanted to show like there's a human element to King Raja. You know, it is a character that I ultimately created, but like there's still a person playing the character. There's still like a human behind it that like goes through the stress. You know what I mean? Like the comments that people left, it's like that gets to me because like again, there's a person behind it all. So it's like those things get to me as like a person. Like I would take them personally. And at a certain point, if you read any of those comments that I was getting, there was some like vile ass shit, bro. Like there's some foul ass shit. Cause it's the internet. Like you gotta expect, you know what I mean? It's the fucking internet. You know what I'm saying? So like, of course people were just like, oh, kill yourself, you fucking blah, blah, blah. Just like racist shit, you know, the typical internet slang type shit. But it was bad. It was very toxic. It was just a really bad time. And I remember I dropped the last video I dropped was, I think it was a video where I was talking about the TF2 community, how like not to pick sides on it and whatever. And I made that video as like more of a comedy. Like I wanted to like I wanted to make fun of the situation. I wanted to kind of like bring a more comedic light. And I remember the second I dropped that video, there was a post that went up on RTF2 that had like 500 upvotes on it, basically shitting all over that video again. It was like no matter what I would create, no matter what I would do, people would just consistently shit on it. And that was something that I was never used to. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I saw the repercussions of my actions, but I also saw the impact that those repercussions had on my mental health. Like I was like noticing all this shit back then. So eventually I was like, all right, dude, like I think the December of 2016 was when I said enough is enough. I got to take a break from all this. Like this is just way too much shit. I didn't know how to handle it. So during that entire period of time that I was like kind of going through it, I had spent about like now it's like what 10 months I haven't gone back on YouTube. But I want to let you guys know in the 10 months that I've been gone from YouTube, like, I feel like I've grown a lot as a fucking person, man. Like, I feel like I've really, like, matured and grown up. Like, I've realized that some people in my life, I just can't have them around. So, it's like making changes, moving on from certain people in your life, learning that, like, learning your worth, like, gaining confidence in yourself. Throughout the course of the 10 months, I had lost over 45 pounds. Like, real quick, this is how I looked back then, all right? This is how I looked back in, I would say, like, December, like, around there, like, September-ish, right? So that's how I looked back then. Exactly 10 months from then till now. So this is how I look now. So look at the difference from that to this. I had lost over 45 pounds over the course of this 10-month break. I've immensely improved my mental condition. I've gone back, like I said before, like, I went back, I talked to Muselk, me and him are on good terms. I've gone back and I've just talked to, like, my fan base, all the people that I felt like I needed to talk to. Like, we're all good. Like, everything is good now. And it's like, it's so nice to be able to just sort of take a break from it all and sort of, like, find yourself again, like, especially coming from such a stressful position like that to sort of being able to now, like, 10 months later, sit down and, like, really talk about, like, how I felt then versus, like, where I'm at now. Like, I don't know. I'm just really proud of myself, I guess, for growing up. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. That's sort of the reason, or that's not sort of the reason, that is the main reason why I have been taking a break. Now, another question people have been wondering is, am I ever going to come back to YouTube? So the answer is, fuck yes, I'm going to come back to YouTube. Now, the big thing for me also was that back then, the big reason why over the course of 10 months I decided not to make content was just because I felt like I wasn't worth it. I felt like I didn't put enough work in. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. You guys got to understand. When I first started making YouTube videos, I had like 5 subscribers, right? And I would, like, out of the 5 subscribers, one of them was like my alt account, one of them was my dad's account, one of them was my sister's account, and the other 2 were like random people. So I had literally 5 subscribers starting off. And I would make these videos and I would, like, learn how to, like, promote them. I would have to learn how to edit them. And I want you guys to know this, right? So in my first 1 month of making YouTube videos, I had to learn how to edit on my own. I had to learn how to promote on my own. I literally had to learn the business of YouTube all on my own, just like every other YouTuber. But I quit YouTube a month into doing it because I felt as if I didn't want to edit videos anymore. I felt like as if editing is too difficult, as if that's not something I could do. And to know that, I came back and I kept trying. I kept working. And over the course of a year, I had like 300 subscribers. But the next year I was doing YouTube, like, you guys gotta understand, my second year on YouTube, I maintained that 300. I never grew. I never got anywhere with it, right? So for 2 years, I had made a grand total of 500 videos. Think about that. Over the course of 2 years, I had made 500 videos for 300 subscribers. That's how passionate I was. And at that time, I remember my friends were telling me that I wasn't going to make it. I remember my family was telling me that it's probably not going to happen. Just because, anyone that does this, like, whole creative thing, it's just like, you got to understand that, like, putting that much effort and work into it and not seeing the numbers is like, a lot of people just think the outcome, the numbers is what matters. But it's like, nah, like, you got to have the passion to do this. Like, I was really passionate about YouTube. I wanted to make videos because I was just passionate about it. And at a certain point, after 2 years, that's when King Raja happened. And overnight, it blew up. I had over 5,000 subscribers overnight. I had, like, Spy Raja Spy went viral in the TF2 community. And I was able to continually make hits. I was able to continually, like, have my videos pop up in feeds and just grow my channel. It was something that I was really passionate about. And let me tell you guys something. The first week that I started King Raja, right, my 3rd year into YouTube, everyone said that King Raja was going to die because it's like a gimmick. They were like, yo, dude, it's just an Indian accent. It's not going to live. But, like, I felt like there was something different to it. I didn't think it was ever a one-hit wonder. So I kept working at it. I kept working at it. And now, like, my 4th year in, I ended it off with, like, drama. Like, just straight up, like, ass blasting and drama. Like, I never thought that that's where the content would go, right? So, again, this is like my I would say this is my 5th year of just YouTube. So it's me taking my break. But, it's crazy. So it's like now I'm in this position where I'm sort of like looking back at all the work I've put into it. I'm sort of looking back at everything. And I think a big thing was that I was relying on other people's opinion to sort of determine my worth. And I think that's what kept me from coming back into doing YouTube, because when you rely on other people's opinion to sort of validate who you are, you automatically are going to never feel validated. You're automatically going to always feel like you're the worst, because you have to like worry about what other people think. But I felt like over the course of these 10 months, losing weight, going through like relationships, going through life stress and figuring myself out and figuring out who I am as a person. It's like going through all these things. It's sort of given me like the perspective of me validating myself. I no longer need anyone's validation. Like, I know that I'm worth it. I know that I put enough work in. I know how much more work I got to put in, so it's like I'm at that point now. So, long story short, I want to say that yes, I will be coming back into YouTube. No, I do not have like a specific date, but just know that it's going to be really soon. I have some really cool content for you guys, some shit that I've been like working on for months now. So I'm really excited to see that come out. But yeah, it's going to be really soon. You guys are going to see new King Raja content soon. But yeah, with all of this being said, guys, I just want to say this is something that I don't normally say a lot, but I just want to say that I really love you guys. Whoever's listening to this, whoever you might be, whoever's putting in the time to even give me any kind of attention, whoever gave me the confidence to have my own platform to do all this. I just want to let you guys know that I really value you guys. Like, I really do love my fans. And without you guys, man, I don't think I would have really had a purpose in life. Like, you guys really showed me that I do have some kind of greater meaning. Like I am meant to do this shit, like it's crazy. But just in like the 10 months that I've been gone, I was looking at my numbers and I had been gaining 1,000 subscribers every month that I've been gone. And I remember back when I first started on YouTube, I thought 1,000 was like the goal. I was like, dude, if I hit 1,000, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. But to just know that, I don't even have to release content, but I could just hit 1,000 subscribers a month. To know that every month I'm pulling in 100,000 unique viewers. It's like, yo, that's so wild to me that like my catalog of content is that strong, is that powerful to bring in all these new people every month without me even having to like make anything. It's like I'm not that not only gives me the confidence to continue this YouTube journey, but like it just allows me to see that that my work is worth it. It allows me to see that you guys are like such a loyal fan base, and it just allows me to appreciate just what has been offered to me so far, So I'm really grateful for that. I know I rarely say it, so, hopefully you guys understand that, and just understand that there's a lot of love coming from me, all right? It's just, it's all love here. It's all about growth. It's about positivity. It's about learning from your mistakes. It's about becoming the best version of you. And at the end of the day, that's like the biggest message that I hope you guys take from all of this. Like, I really went from being this person last year who was like super unhealthy, who was constantly stressed, who had no idea what he was doing in life, to now being in a position where I'm like really able to like learn who I am, like being able to like take ownership of who I am, you know what I mean? Take ownership of my body, take ownership of my life, and like really make positive changes. Like, none of this would have happened, if it hadn't been the fact that people believed in me and I believed in myself. So I just want to let you guys know, like, anything is possible, man. Like, I came from the bottom. I literally came from nothing to here, and I have such a long way to go. It's like, but just to know that I could make it this far. I hope that allows you guys to understand that even if you're ever feeling depressed, if you're ever feeling down, if you're ever feeling like life is not going your way, just know that things are going to change. And just know that the only thing you can truly do is take ownership of who you are and to learn how to better yourself and to just ultimately become the best version of you. Because that's all you can really offer to this world. At the end of the day, that's all we can really do. And I hope I can serve as some sort of inspiration to people. But, with all that being said and done, I think this is going to conclude the first episode of RAJ Radio. Hello, here we go, man. I'm excited. To put this out. Anyways, I'm just getting too loud for no reason. Just getting too hyped here. But I want you guys to know that, again, appreciate you guys. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, because this is something I want to do. Like, if you guys have life situations, things that you're going through, I want you to go to the comment section and I want you to explain me your life situation that you're going through, okay? And I will spend time to look into your life situation and I will try to give you the best advice that I can give. And I know people are going to be like, yo, but like, how are you going to give advice? Look, I've been through a lot. Like I described, like I went through like a fucking tornado. Like I went through thousands of people constantly hating me. I've been through thousands of people constantly loving me. I've had to figure out who I was as a person, and I'm only 22. Like, just imagine how much more life I have to live, and I've lived through a lot as it is already. So, I just want you guys to know any situation you're going through, whatever you need some advice on, whatever it might be, I am more than willing to sit down and talk about it in the next RAJ Radio episode. So go ahead, people. Go to the comment section. Let me know if you have anything. It could just be a simple question as well. Whatever it might be, people. I just want you to know that I am here for you. And like I said, this is a fam base and not a fan base. Okay, now see, that's the difference. That's the fucking difference, people. This is a fan base, a family out here. But with all that being said and done, guys, I will see you in the next episode. And let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if this is interesting for you guys to listen to. Me just talk for 30 minutes. If you guys want it to be longer, let me know. Whatever it might be, I got you guys. Anyways, with that being said, I am out. Peace out, everybody. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day or night, depending on where you're listening to this podcast from. Peace out.